I wonder if anybody be nice enough to give me a ride. So all said and done, that was fun. It was done before it even begun. But I switched this video up from what it's supposed to be. I'm gonna show y'all what I got in my bag right here. First, I'm gonna put the old ones back. Bam. Pull the new ones out. Wham. These are $80 JLab headphones, but I got them on Black Friday and I ain't used them yet. Got them on Black Friday for $27, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what it sound like. Y'all can read that if y'all want. I'm not. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into my walk and talk cardio. I'm gonna put these on my head and I'm gonna tell you what they sound like at the end. Bam. Like I say, y'all can read any of that if y'all want. If y'all gotta pause the screen, I'm gonna go ahead and walk down the street. Like ripping up my box like that, but the box on the inside looks nice. Man, they got it so tight though. Yo, I'm gonna use my backpack as a trash can because I don't like litter and call me the trash man. So that's what the inside look like. Bam. And that's what the headset look like. Nice quality. Ooh, cushy. Yep. Yo, real good quality. Not too light, not too heavy. Bam. Logo. Comes with a cable. Y'all know what that look like. I ain't about to go through all that. Put this in there and let's go. Alright, so I got the headphones on right now. And I got my hood on, right? And it fits real good with the hood, you feel me? So that's a real good thing. Sound quality, I haven't really checked it yet because I'm gonna check it as I walk. You know what I'm saying? Walk and talk cardio. And I'm gonna talk to y'all briefly in between my listening, right? Of course, I'm not gonna let y'all know what I'm listening to. I might let you know what I'm listening to, but you can't hear it because guess what? Copyright music. Now we ain't about to do that. But I will do my voiceover of my video that I was supposed to do. I was supposed to work out in the gym and tell y'all what I was going to do, or show y'all basically. But it's the daytime and I can't really film in the daytime in the gym. Not that it's against the rules or nothing, it's just people being weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead down the street and I'll talk to y'all periodically. Alright, so it sounds pretty good, alright? Real good. Way better than a lot of more expensive headphones with sound. And yeah, man, like I say, the highest I ever spent on headphones was like $100 and something. And these mostly like 80 bucks. And I bought headphones way higher, way less. I'm not a rapper, so I'm not gonna spend about $400-500 on some headphones. I ain't in no studio, you know? So I took the opportunity when I seen these on Black Friday. Man, these sound real good, man. I got other JLabs, and you can tell the difference between the higher and the lower. And by the way, they did not pay me. I'm not sponsored. This is just a customer giving his review, and you know who. Now let's talk to the other stuff. Rocket science is not complicated to a rocket scientist. Think about it. That made sense at first. But that's something he does every day. Yeah, he run into college, he's a human and this and that and that, but that's his job. Same way, fitness is not complicated to somebody that's live a fitness lifestyle. It's something that I do every day. It's my job. It's just complicated to everybody else. Everybody try to figure it out. They don't know, and they think they do know, and they don't get the results, and they still think they know, and they keep doing the same stuff over and over and over and over again. How do you change that? You have to actually live the lifestyle. You have to change yourself into a fitness person instead of trying to get fit while staying a regular person at the same time. A lot of people think that, oh, you're too much into it. Oh, you don't have to, you can just, that sounds regular. So you say those things, you sound regular. And if you sound regular, you think regular, you do regular things, you're going to stay regular. You live in America, the most obese country in the world. I hope somebody surpassed us. But to my last check together, I was still looking at the actual world instead of looking at my own. We was the most obese country for decades. in the world. So if you're average and you're thinking like everybody else, you're doing what everybody else does, you're going to get the results everybody else gets, which is absolutely nothing. I had to do it in my comments on my other video when I made a video when I was showing my cheat meals or whatever in my last couple videos. I pinned the comment. Salute to the guy, I don't think he meant no harm, but he was trying to tell me that I was wrong about what I was saying. I was like, bro, the proof is in the pudding. The people that's doing what you saying to do, they never get results. People that think carbs make you fat, they never get results. People that doesn't have a balanced diet, they barely ever get results. Yes, you can get results cutting out carbs or cutting out fat or whatever it is you got essential fat. I know all of that. Why you trying to school me, bro? You have to look at, look at this and look at that. They be all like, well, what you need to do and what I would do. And if you sound like that, what I would do if I was you and what you should do, but you're not doing nothing. You're not going to get results just sitting on the internet, watching a video or commenting on a video or whatever. Put your stuff into action. I'm going to put mine into action. And New Year's, we gonna compare each other, and then what? Alright then, I ain't dissing. I'm just saying, people coming at me, man. Oh, but when the fitness dude say something, he's always the bad guy. Well, why you coming to somebody? You already got your results. You got 6-pack, and you be lifting all the weights, and da-da-da. Dog, they be coming at me. I can't defend myself. What? Me, really, I don't really cut things out. If I might minimize things, right? I might have less sugar. I don't cut sugar out. I might have less carbs here and there, up and down. But I know the end results come from how many calories I'm eating, all right? Because you can eat clean, you can eat healthy, but at the same time, if you're in a caloric surplus, you're not going to lose any weight, all right? And a lot of people lie to themselves, too. Also, people lie to themselves about how many calories they're eating, and they think it don't count and don't work, whatever, because they're not counting everything. They miss things. They miscount. They miscalculate because they don't count their drinks or they don't count their sauces or the little things in between, all right? Those things add up. And when it comes to cutting out things, it's a big problem because you're going to usually binge eat on them later. You're going to, so if, okay, you eating potato chips, right? Stop eating potato chips. What, you going to never have a potato chip again? Then you're going to binge eat on, when you finally, your willpower breaks, you're going to binge eat on chips, and you're going to gain all your weight back, and then you're going to blame chips for gaining weight, instead of blaming that you ate more calories. All right? Everybody that loses weight was in a weight, is in a calorie deficit. Whether they losing it on medication that makes their appetite go away, that's still a caloric deficit. When you're cutting out, let's say you cut out meat, but you ate. Before I finish that sentence, talk about meat or anything else, let me tell you something about being active, all right? When you're being active, you burn calories. Everything burns calories. Walking burns calories. Talking burns a little bit of calories. Walking, talk, cardio, right? So a lot of people think they gotta run, jog, whatever. I tell people all the time, if you're really heavy, you don't want to be doing that yet. You can work your way to that. But if you haven't ran in years, a lot of people are 40, 50 years old, they ain't ran since high school, middle school, and they want to just start running because they want to lose weight and they know it burns more calories. Work your way up to that, man. You eat everything else that you would eat in a day, but you cut out meat. You just cut out your protein, really. Yes, you can get plant-based protein and all that, but it's not the same, and it's harder to get a certain amount if you're really trying to build muscle. But you know, everybody ain't trying to build muscle. But at the same time, so you're not gonna need as much protein as a person that's trying to build muscle. So you might be cool there, but at the same time, let's say you ate the same, you still cut out a big portion of your calories. So you in a caloric deficit. You ate everything else the same, but you cut out this. Whether it's protein, whether it's fat, whether it's carbs. Weight loss comes from caloric deficit, all right? Straight up and down. Everybody want to argue with that. And the main people arguing with that are the people getting no results. It's easy to pick and choose and look at from the sidelines. You can watch a football game, a basketball game, and even though you ain't never played, you can tell, oh, that he messed up right there. Oh, he should have done that. He should, because you're watching. So basically what I'm saying, you watching from the sidelines, trying to coach the game, watching TV. You watching from the TV, you ain't even watching from the sidelines, right? And those people that's playing the game, they're actually on the field. They're actually on the court. And because you can point out their mistakes, you're going to think that you know more about the game than they do. You know more about the game than LeBron or Jordan or somebody. No. You watch something after it happened and came up with something. And a lot of times people just trying to sound smart. Like, man, dude, like, no disrespect. Get your hands in the game. Get you some hands-on experience. Get you some results. Then talk. Nah, you wouldn't be talking then. You know why? Because you'll be too busy doing. Like I say all the time, there's people that go to the gym every day. There's people that go to the gym more than me. I have days off. There's people who don't even take a day off. And they still don't get no results. Why? Because they just in there. They talking, they conversating, they socializing, they chatty-patty. They're not working. They might do a few sets, a little warm-up. Their whole workout is pretty much a warm-up. They don't need a day off. They ain't put in no work. They ain't done nothing to recover from. Right? Same thing with people that be talking about dieting. Like, they be talking this big game, but every day is a cheat day. I have a cheat day, people judge it. Oh, you had a cheat day. Oh. Yeah, and I get results too. You know how? Because I know my numbers. All right? And when I say numbers, I know how much calories I'm eating, and I know how much protein I'm eating. Fats and carbs, I usually let fats and carbs fall where they fall. It's not as important as you think. Health-wise, yes, it's very important to know how much micronutrients, especially, fiber, and you're going to need your fiber, you're going to need your vitamins, your minerals, and all that. But guess what? The end-all, be-all. Why do you think calories are the biggest thing on the back of a nutrition pack? It's the number one thing. The number one thing and the number two thing on the back of a nutritional facts panel is how many calories are what you're eating. And also, the number two thing would be the serving size. The how many calories you're eating. When you talk about weight loss, how many calories you're eating and what serving size. Because something could say, okay, a thing of peanut butter might say a serving size is like 190, 200 calories or whatever. But if you eat like 5 servings, you can't say you just ate 200 calories. You ate 5 servings, you got to multiply that by 5. That's the problem. That's the reason why nobody's really losing weight. They're not accurately counting their calories. And no, you don't have to be perfect with it. Nobody is. Not even the best calorie counter. I've been counting calories for decades. Even I'm not perfect at it. Guess what? I make up for it. How? I make sure I burn more calories than I put in, regardless. And that's going to dictate how fast or slow my weight loss comes off. But it's going to, if I know what I'm doing, it's going to guarantee that my weight loss comes off. My weight comes off. I told dude, dog, just look at my physique updates. I don't think he did it. They don't want to know the truth. They just want to say something. Matter of fact, people that's active, we need a little bit of sugar. It might sound controversial. Now, when I say that, I don't mean just start eating all the cakes and donuts and all that. I'm just saying some. The biggest problem in fitness is people are all or none, right? Even with getting results. People will start their New Year's resolution. Like that's what I always tell people, don't wait until New Year's, right? They'll start their New Year's resolution. And by the time January 2nd or 3rd, if they're not shredded, they quit. It's not going to work like that. Nothing works like that. Take it day by day, step by step, rep by rep, and have smaller expectations, all right? Couple pounds a week. Now, of course, if you got a lot of weight to lose, you're most likely going to lose way more pounds per week than I would. I only got like 5 pounds to lose and I'm shredded. My abs already showing. I want to get shredded though, so I got to get down to 1. Might sound small to some people, but it's not, because you go look at my physique updates and tell me it's small. 165, maybe 168, hopefully, because I think I gained a few more pounds of muscle. But my point is, people have unrealistic expectations because they watch too much internet. They don't get in the game. They look at people who are not natural, or they listen to people who don't have. This is the biggest thing. They listen to people who don't even have the results. I'm not dissing nobody. I'm not saying they can't say something or they can't have a profession. But to me, you have personal trainers who are out of shape. Me personally, I never needed a personal trainer. But if I was going to get one, you better believe that person better have the results that I'm trying to get. Or they better have proof in their putting their results that they got for other people. They better have testimonials that they you know what I'm saying? That personal trainers cost. And not only do they cost, time is money. You wasting your time listening to somebody that ain't doing said thing. I see people all the time, every time I go to the gym in the daytime. Matter of fact, I'm in the gym in the daytime now. I usually go after hours. I overslept, right? The biggest problem with the way I do things, right? There's always a problem to everything you do, right? I end up oversleeping. I got to go to the gym when it's packed. I hate a packed gym. I can't stand it. But every time I go, I see trainers. And this ain't at the gym I go to, but every gym I've been to. And a lot of times I see trainers who the people they're training know more than them. And they're paying it. It don't make sense. Their form is better than them. Their physiques are better than them. But yeah, you actually need some sugar when you are active. We burn it right off. Sugar is energy. Yes, you can use fat for energy, keto and all that. But I feel like it's better to have a balanced diet, all right? Because once you start cutting things out, 2 things that I always tell people that make people lose, 2 things that make people fail their diet. Not carbs. Dang, I just gave... No, X that, not that. All right. Hunger is number 1. Cravings is number 2. People starve themselves once they know they got to get in a calorie deficit, right? Instead of doing what I say, just get in a slight deficit. Don't cut your calories in half. Starving, you're not going to starve. You're going to binge later, all right? You're going to be working on willpower, and that willpower will break. And when it breaks, the floodgates will open. And you won't be able to stop eating, all right? The second one is cravings. A lot of people, they might not cut their calories in half. They might be where they need to be. But at the same time, they're cutting out all their favorite foods. If my favorite food was, my favorite snack, and let's say my favorite snack was donuts. I'm just going to throw one out. Donuts. And I say, okay, donuts are making me fat. I never eat another donut again. Now I got to use willpower to not eat donuts. This is my favorite thing that I was eating every day. Now I just cut it out cold turkey because I want to get lean. Okay. Them donuts going to be calling me, and they going to keep calling me. And one day I'm going to break in. Then I'm going to binge eat on donuts. Now I'm going to say, oh, donuts make you fat. There's not one single food that makes you fat. There's not one single food that makes you lose weight. It's the calories, all right? Now, health, yes. You got unhealthy and you got healthy. Like I said with the nutritional fact things, most healthy foods don't got a nutritional fact thing on the back. You want to shop outside of the grocery aisle. You don't want to go down the aisles too much. And I do it. Do what I say and not what I do, right? But I know my stuff already. When you're first trying to learn, all the rules apply to you even more. But the same thing as I say when I talk about working out. Dip your toes in. Don't just dive straight in. If I'm lifting heavy, don't just lift heavy just because you see me lifting heavy or anybody else lifting heavy. You gotta learn your form. You gotta learn what it feels like. You gotta learn all this stuff.